Oh, the interwebs. So many people, so many crappy websites. In order to do my part of decrapifying the web, I'm going to provide a series showing you how to create a simple database-driven website from scratch using only a basic text editor. Here's a quick breakdown of the series. First, we're going to lay the foundation for our website by learning some HTML. Then we're going to make it look nice by learning some CSS. After that, we'll learn some client-side scripting with JavaScript. And then next, we'll add some interactivity by learning some basic PHP. And lastly, we'll add a data storage component with a basic MySQL setup. This is only meant to be a starting point for beginners, so coding experts with opinionated views, stop watching right here. Okay, let's begin. First, you'll need a web page editor. No, now put that away. We don't need a fancy WYSIWYG editor. We don't need a what you see is what you get editor. All we need is a text editor like Notepad for Windows or TextEdit for Mac and a web browser. I recommend using Notepad++ for Windows users. There we go. You want to start with a basic idea for your web page, and with that in mind, open up Notepad and let's get cracking. Web pages are written in a markup language called HTML. Okay, let me simplify. Behind every web page is a backbone structure called hypertext markup language. This language, called HTML for short, is a language that computers understand but that most humans don't. Because of this, web browsers were created to translate the HTML into a web page as we know it. Now, in order for the browser to know what it's reading, we have to label our code with what's called tags. So each web page starts and ends with an opening and closing HTML tag. Within this structure is the head of the web page, which contains the unseen stuff, the brains of the web page, and a body which displays the content of the web page. So we need to tag all these sections as well. Within the head, we can store information about the web page, such as the page title. We need to tag this as well with the title tag. For more information about tags and what you can and can't add to your header, please visit the Tinkernut wiki at the link below. Within the body section is where all the visual components of the web page are put. So let's start by adding a page title, a description, and a list of some pages that we want to link to. To preview your changes, save the page as index.html with the file type set to all files, and then open it up in a web browser. This looks very plain, so let's spice it up by adding some formatting. First, let's tag the text into groups using P for paragraph. The general formatting tags are B for bold, U for underline, and I for italics. There are some preset header tags that you can add to the text that you want to stand out. To list items, use the list tags, which are OL for organized or numbered lists and UL for unorganized or bulleted lists. Then tag each item in the list with LI for list item. Now, what's cool with tags is that you can give them attributes which enhance their properties. There's tons of different attributes, but the ones that I'll show you are the line and color attributes. So find the tag that you want to add an attribute to, and inside of it, put the name of the attribute, equals, and then the attribute value in quotes. You can also add a BG color attribute and even a text color attribute to the body tag as well. By using an image tag and a source attribute, you can add an image to your web page by setting the source equal to the image location. In this case, my image is located in the same location as my web page, so I can just put the full name of the image here. If your image is on the web, just replace this with the image's URL location. To create a link to a different page, first make sure the link tag surrounds the text or image that you want to link, and then use the anchor tag with a hyperlink reference attribute set to the page location or URL, similar to what we just did with the image source. Now that we've got content, let's work on the layout. To organize a layout using solely HTML, you want to use tables. Tables start with, you guessed it, the table tag. With it, you can use attributes like border for border size, width, which can be in pixels or percents, and BG color, which sets the background color. If you want to center anything in the middle of the web page, you can use the center tags. Now, inside the table tags, you want to put row tags for however many rows you want. Then inside each row tag, you want to put a data cell tag for however many columns you want. Some good attributes that you can add to the data cell tag are align and color, which we've covered before, and then the call span attribute, which lets one cell span multiple columns, or the row span attribute, which lets one cell span multiple rows. Now just mess around with that until you get the table look that you're going for, and then just move your data to whatever cell you want it to be in, and then save it and preview it. You should have a pretty good looking site by now, and this should be enough information to get you started. But if you want to find out more stuff that you can do and more options that you can add to your web page, visit the Tinkernut Wiki link below. Get that done, and next time we'll move on to CSS. Alright, be sure to check out Tinkernut.com on Google+, Facebook, and Twitter. That's it for this tutorial. For more, go to Tinkernut.com.